Hi, Gene here with today's thought. If you've been watching this vlog for any length of time, you know, well, it's pretty obvious that I'm a conservative. That's number one. Number two, you know that like most conservatives, like most Americans, actually, I support Israel. My opinion pieces, my thoughts are pro-Israel. No doubt about that. But you should also know, if you've been watching for any length of time, that I try to be fair. I try to show both sides of an issue. I may take one side personally of a particular issue, but I will show both sides. And, I guess I'll put a little caveat there. I don't have any recollection of doing this. You can tell me in the comments if I have. I'm only human. Maybe there have been times when I have not been fair, but I try to be fair. I try to show all sides, which brings us to today's video that you're going to see, because people on the left, which is most of a big part of the Democratic Party these days, but definitely on the far left, and the anti-Semites, the Jew haters, they accuse Israel. They ignore 3,000 years of Jewish history to claim that today's Israelis are white colonizers. Now, I obviously disagree with this. I don't know if I've done a video, an actual thought on about this subject, but I disagree with that totally. But I did come across a video of Israelis, actual Israelis, saying that, yes, we are white colonizers. Israelis just coming right out and saying, yes, we are white colonizers. And as I said, I try to be fair, so I'm going to show you the video. You can watch them speak for themselves, and then you can, as I say, your comments are always welcome. So, as they say, without further ado, here are these Israelis speaking their minds.
I am a.
You want me to say what? I'm a white colonizer.
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 We are white colonizers.
I am a white colonizer.
I am a white colonizer.
I'm a white colonizer.
I am a white colonizer.
I am a white.
I'm a white colonizer.
Colonialist. No.
I'm a white colonizer.
I am a white colonizer.
We are a white colonizers.
Now, you know, I was actually having fun. I was pretending to be serious, but there actually is a very serious point in what you just saw, which is that this accusation of Israelis being white colonizers, with the vast majority, the overwhelming majority of Israelis are people of color. That Israel, when the Romans in the first century exiled the Jews from in those days it was Judah and Israel, two Jewish states, or kingdoms, when they were exiled from there, they weren't all, 80% were exiled, but the other 20% stayed there and continued to populate. People they just ignore, they talk about Palestinian refugees, actually descendants of refugees. Very few of them are. The youngest actual refugee, which under international law is somebody who was left, had to flee or leave, had to flee a war zone. In this case, we're talking about a war or somebody fleeing oppression or whatever, but it does not mean their descendants. It means them. So the youngest, going back to 1948, the youngest actual refugee would be in his 70s. But the point, what matters is that what people don't acknowledge enough is that they're Jewish refugees, Jews that were in the 48 war and right after the Israeli War of Independence, and right after that were exiled from all the Arab countries, Muslim countries surrounding Israel. That gets very short notice, and it's about equal numbers. And you have to remember, the war was entirely in Israel. There was no war in Israel, never invaded any of the surrounding countries. They just defended their own country. So there was no fleeing. That was just pure, ethnic cleansing that our friends on the left are supposed to hate so much. Pure ethnic cleansing. But the point, what it has to do with today's thought is that those Jews who were exiled from all these Arab countries, they went to Israel, and that's why most of the Jews in Israel, the majority, are people of color, because they came from the countries. They didn't come from Poland. This insult to Israelis, go back to Poland. I mean, I could say, okay, all you Palestinians, Arabs in Judea and Samaria and Gaza. What if I said, why don't you all go back to Dearborn Heights, go back to Michigan, go back to Hamtramck? It's basically, they're saying the same thing, but that's why most Israelis are, they're not from Europe. They're not like me. I'm what you would call an Ashkenazi Jew. That would be a Jew from a descendant of the Jews who were exiled from Judah and exiled from Judah and from Israel, the little Israel, the kingdom of Israel. So I'm a descendant of them, and obviously, generation after generation, living in Europe, my ancestors intermarried with Europeans, and that's why I am not a person of color. But those who stayed in the Middle East, they're called Mizrahi Jews, and then Sephardic Jews. They are not the same Jews as me. And then you have the Falashas. They are from Ethiopia. And they are, Ethiopians are black. They're as black as black Americans or black Africans. That is the fact. And you just saw that, and they were making the point in a humorous way that, these black, the majority of Israelis, who are people of color, say, yes, we are white colonizers. That just shows you how absurd it shows you how much Israel is hated by some people, number one, how ignorant some people are of Israel, and it shows you the truth about Israel. And that's it for today. That's my thought for today. Thanks for stopping by. Your comments, as I said before, are always welcome below the video. Share this video with anyone you think would benefit from it. Subscribe. That would really be great. I could always use more subscribers, but most of all, come back and see me again. I would love to see all of you again. And until I do see all of you again, bye.